have the Hyundai i20 N-Line. While we talk about the N-Line, this is not a fully blown up N-Line series. What this gets is a lot of exterior and interior feel, as well as certain performance. When I say certain performance, the way it handles and all of it, which we'll discuss now. So while driving this in the city, this is quite comfortable, quite agile, very nimble, easy to drive around city. And while that's not the main thing I want to discuss, I don't want to talk from the city perspective. This is quite a good car. It's a small compact car from the city perspective. But then what I'm going to discuss today in this video is how this performs on highway or on straight roads, and also in curvy roads. So we are going to talk about that. So I'll see you guys right after this intro video to tell you more about this. Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today I am driving the Hyundai i20 N-Line. I am in Shimoga now. It's a lovely day to drive, and today I'm gonna review the i20. So special thanks to Rahul Cars from Shimoga for hosting us at Shimoga to drive this car. So let's begin the drive. So I'm driving today their top end version, which is the automatic DCT 7-speed gearbox, and then you have the other variant, which is the petrol, which is the manual variant, which is 6-speed IMT gearbox. While between the N-Line and the regular i20, all the spec remains the same. It is 120 horsepower at a max of 6000 rpm, and also 172 newton meter torque at about 4000 rpm. So that's the figure. The figure remains the same. So what really is the change in this? So let's talk about that in terms of performance, in terms of acceleration, in terms of braking speed, how this car even handles, and its ability at curves and all of it. So now let's see how this speeds up. Acceleration is very nice, very peppy. Compared to the regular i20, this is definitely more peppier in terms of acceleration. Feels really good. Good control on the steering as well, and there's a good feedback that you get. So on a flat out like this, which I am doing now, wow, it's a super nimble car. Feels really good. So it's very sporty. That's what I want to say. It's very sporty, super drive. While Hyundai claims 0 to 100 is about 9 odd seconds, I don't have a box now to do that, but then I can definitely say this is around that figure itself. 0 to 100 is super acceleration. While as good as the acceleration is, even the braking, the slowdown of this is also very good. So while I'm accelerating now, I'm already crossing 100 kilometers per hour, and the way this brakes is also very nice. So just look at this. Wow, fantastic. This feels really nimble, really easy to drive, and the feedback that you get onto your steering is supreme. So that way it's very good. Let's take in some aggressive corners and see how this actually performs in corner at some good speeds at 100 and plus. See, just getting into the corner. Wow, there's not much rollover, and the new steering also gives you the good confidence. The cornering is so confident on this, and does not feel the rollover that normally you have. Very nice. And then to add on to this, you have the paddle shifter as well. So if you like to kind of go a little more sportier, feel more sportier, you can use the paddle shifter. So while driving, you have this drive mode, and then you have the sports mode. You put it on the sports mode, and then now you have the paddle shifter. While you're using the paddle shifter, upshift is quite aggressive. The performance band comes above 2000 rpm, so you need to have above 2000 rpm to get into the performance band. But once you drop below 2000 rpm, you might have to quite oftenly shift the pedal to get you the same kind of peppiness, same kind of power to rush in. And the overall feel in the N line is also, it's quite different. It's nice, it's more sportier, and with the aesthetic that they've given with the red lining inside across, it just adds to the ambience and also the feel of the drive. Paddle shift is quite handy, and upshift is quite fast. The way it upshifts is quite sharp, sharp and quick. And if you're driving in the kind of scenario where I'm driving now, in kart sections or curvy roads, you might have to if you are doing a lot of downshift, you'll have to use the paddle shift quite often. But upshift is very, very easy. Look at these corners. Whoa, this just sticks onto the road like a magnet, and you get that full confidence when you're taking some nice curves at real speed. I was taking that curve at 100 kilometers per hour and no problem at all. It's very, very confident, very, very easy. And what I love is the exhaust note. Whoa! It sounds so good when you're out of the car. While you're inside the car, a lot of noise is isolated, so you don't get the same feel. But then the way this roars, I would have wished I could hear more of this when I close the window. But then, however, that's not the case. You get a lot of sound getting covered. Look at that, look at that. Can you hear that? Whoa, the exhaust note is so good, and this is the stock exhaust note. So this gets a split exhaust. Whoa, it's quite grunty, it's quite a feeling. This is the kind of exhaust note that you like to listen when you have a aftermarket exhaust note or something like that. Now let's get into some aggressive corners and show you the drivability of this vehicle, and also in terms of control that this car gets, and the kind of sporty feeling that you get while driving this car. It's just fantastic. The way you can actually corner and the kind of power that you get in this is phenomenal. It just keeps going, and you get some nice confidence when you're taking a turn. You have a brilliant confidence. It's just mind-blowing. It's just amazing the way you can actually accelerate on this. The suspension setup of this is very, very nice, and the sporty feel while you're getting onto some aggressive corners, and when you really want to feel that peppiness or that sportiness. Wow, so far this has been an amazing drive. It's just so confident. The braking is so good. The handling is supreme. The acceleration is wonderful. Even while you have to stop, the braking is so good. You have the confidence to actually go at higher speed and also brake at the same time, so which is very, very good. So overall, as such, the performance of this car, I'm just loving it. Especially when you put it on the sports mode and use the paddle shift, it's a different feel altogether. It's just really getting that sportiness coming on. Though this is not a fully blown up N series, despite of that, the kind of feel that you get is amazing. And currently we are in Shimoga. This roads are also very good, very nice, twisty and windy road, and it's just rained, there's green all over the place. The surface is a little wet, and the kind of drive feel that you get is amazing. Wow, just enjoying driving this car so far, and special thanks to Rahul Cars Hyundai Shimoga for giving the opportunity to get this going. And it's amazing the way the car drives and feels, and the overall performance is quite drive. If you look at around us, this place is beautiful. The entire road is covered with canopy, beautiful roads. We have so much greenery around, and if you want to drive, come out for a drive. This is the kind of place you want to come out with your family or with your friends, or kind of holiday, whatever. It's a beautiful place. Well, I've spent more than a couple of hours with this, and maybe close to about 60-70 kilometers as well. And so far this has been a brilliant experience. I mean, the overall performance, the way this car performs in terms of acceleration, in terms of control, in terms of braking, in terms of feature, this is a complete package. And in a true sense, with the way this is also designed interiorly with a little bit of red tinge all around, this is just looking more sportier, and the kind of feel that you get while you're driving is also that quite peppy and quite sporty. I've been having real fun, aggressive corners, straight out, flat out runs, top speed around 151 kilometers per hour, which we touched, but then I had to slow it down because of the road just came to an end. This DCT is complete fun on flat out roads, and if you're using your paddle too often, downshift, like I mentioned, you have to be always above 2000 RPM to get a good transition. Otherwise, you might just feel a little lag. But overall, a very good car, and definite recommendation if you guys are in search of a new car and you're looking at something like this segment. So sure, you need to consider the Hyundai i20 N-Line. That's all for this video. I hope you guys loved this video as much as I did. I definitely had a lot of adrenaline rush coming in while driving this car. So until the next video, bye bye, keep it rolling.